Just give me a moment. It will take me a few seconds to start YouTube Live. All right, I'm just dropping a message in the group that we have started.
Hi guys,
Okay.
while Kshitij is dropping a message, may I request you to just type the city you belong to. Just type your city. Where are you from? Kolkata, Bangalore, Assam. Oh. Okay, Ludhiana, Ambala, Agra. Devani says, wow, I just can't stop reading. Okay, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, Gurgaon, Chandigarh. Oops. Rajkot, Pune, Delhi, Trichy, Delhi, Kolkata, Edunakam, Noida, Lucknow, Chennai, Srinagar, Gujarat. Sandhya says Chandigarh. Archana says Kerala. Okay. Subha says Hyderabad. Oh, finally, somebody from my city. Sounds good. Hema says Delhi. Arun says just hi. I like that, Arun. And Meghna says Lucknow. Panchika says from Ghaziabad. Phenomenal. Oh, Mumbai. That's nice, Vaishali. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Good to see plenty of you are from various cities almost. And I got 3 international. One is, wow, that's Alaska. Amazing. Good morning to you then. Okay, we got guys from UAE, Dubai. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Over to you, Kshitij.
Thank you, Sandeep. It's always good to see a wonderful audience. Okay, someone from Vancouver here. I'm not sure what time of the day it is, but good morning. I'm guessing it's morning. All right. Great. So, before I tell you anything about inner child healing and what is an inner child, etc., I want to tell you my story, okay? And okay, let me just start the recording also. Yeah. So when I was 19 years old, I was diagnosed with this disease called ankylosing spondylitis. Now, at that time, I was very studious, confident. That was all never an issue for me. But I went for an internship and I couldn't even last 3 days there. The reason was that the doctor told me that I have this issue called ankylosing spondylitis, because of which I was not even able to sit there. My spine was just paining and the back was in too much pain for me to be able to do anything. Now, I was not from a wealthy family or anything, so it was kind of challenging for me to accept this. So what happened was my career prospects kind of looked bleak. Relationship wise, not, I mean, with any kind of relationship, really. What was happening was I used to feel embarrassed to talk to people because I used to walk with a weird limp. So if I had to get up from bed, I would need my grandmother's help. It used to be kind of embarrassing. And I mean, you can imagine how it is. So, yes. And health was an issue, finances was an issue, and relationships were also in a place where I was kind of embarrassed about everything, not just any one thing. So, fast forward a few years from then. Today, I'm trained as a coach in a healing martial art. Someone who could not get up from bed without his grandmother's help. Today is trained as a coach in a healing martial art. I've helped thousands of clients transform their relationships, and I keep getting calls from people saying, "Sir, this has never happened in 15 years of married life, and within 1 week of working with you, how has this happened? This is magic." I said, "You've done the magic. I'm just the catalyst." And money wise, I was in a place in 2019 where I was wondering whether I'm in the right place. Am I doing the right things or not? Today, my income, if I look at the last financial year, was 40 times more than what I was making in 2019. 40. Now, some of you may believe that this is a one off case, but no. I have also helped my students and clients do this. So, why am I telling you this? Because to tell you that I have achieved this? No. To let you know that you can achieve it. And the question, why should I heal my inner child or why should I work on my wounds? This is the answer. You just heard what happened to me in terms of transformation. Some people might say it is luck, this, that, but believe me, from head to toe, I had to become a different person for this to happen. If you also put in what is necessary, you can experience absolutely under all circumstances such change. So, how many of you are feeling really inspired after listening to what has happened to me and what is actually possible, more importantly, for you? Type me if you're feeling excited by what is happening. Super. All right. So I'm just going to take a moment and get you the PPT. So when you talk about inner child healing, it is a term that comes from psychology. So it has a very technical definition. I'll put it across. I'll read it, but let me tell you the definition won't make sense. So I'll explain what it actually means. So it says a metaphoric representation of locked up emotions at an early age, negatively charged emotions that did not get a decent closure. That's what creates an inner child. Now, what does this mean actually? So let's take an example here. Suppose if a 4-year-old boy, okay, is playing around, accidentally he breaks a vase. Now his mother comes to him and gives him a tight slap. Instead of caring about what happened to the son, the mother slapped him because he broke the vase. Okay, see what is happening here. Multiple things happen. First, a very clear message goes to the son. The vase is more important than me. Money is more important than me. Second, as soon as he cries, one more thing happens. Okay. As soon as this boy begins crying, one more thing happens. The mother tells him, boys don't cry. And he should not be weak and cry. Okay. And now, for the rest of his life, this boy will think not 10 but 100 times. Correct. Stereotype thinking. That's exactly what it is. Now, this boy will think 100 times before ever expressing his emotions, especially anything that makes him vulnerable. Now, this part of him which felt that I need to be emotional, those emotions gets suppressed. It is pushed down, that need. and it's this energy gets locked in the unconscious mind because the child has no other way to manage this overwhelm. It will just push it under the carpet and move forward. Okay. For that point in time, for that particular moment, this is the ideal thing because it's a good defense strategy. But over time, it will have disastrous effects. Let me give you one more example. Suppose there is a little girl, okay? Suddenly something happens and she starts shouting, or she starts laughing, or she starts shouting at someone. Her mother comes and pulls her ears and says, girls don't laugh like this, or girls don't shout. I mean, civilized ladies don't do this, or whatever. Snark comment, something that is disguised as civilization, but is actually completely disrespecting the emotions of the child. The child is made to drink it. Okay. This is what creates a frozen, deeply wounded inner child. And it's not only childhood, it happens throughout your life. At least later, you can do something about it, no? But the ones that were there in childhood, believe me, even on the deathbed, there will be some people who says, at that time, my mother did not give me this. Which means the whole life can be completely derailed if you don't heal yourself. And that's what we are here for. Okay. Why stay in bondage to that? So you would have heard people saying this, okay? It runs in the family, meaning हमारे family में ऐसे ही होता है. It's like this in my family. It's not, I mean, this is how it is. You can say something else. You can say, it runs out of the family with me, which means this chain of pain, this hatred, this anger, this nonsense is going to end with me. I am not going to let it continue. Okay. That's what healing can do for you, your parents, your children. Yeah, it breaks the cycle and starts a new one of compassion. Cycle of pain broken and cycle of compassion open. Yeah. All right. So let me give you a few examples of inner child wounds. Okay. Before that, I am just going to explain to you the flow of the masterclass. Give me a minute. Just give me a moment. I'm making a slight change. So I'll just share the screen post that. I'm going to share the screen in a moment. I just want to show you the flow of the class. Okay, so this is the flow of the masterclass. So today is the first day. Today we'll be focusing on understanding what is an inner child, or what are our inner children. Tomorrow, the focus of the session is going to be on unearthing our mother wounds, and understanding what is it that stops us from experiencing this unconditional love and peace that we are all capable of and born into. Day after tomorrow, the 31st, we're going to be focusing on unearthing our father wounds or our masculine energy wounds. Okay. Our masculine energy wounds are what keep us from feeling safe. It is because of our masculine energy wounds that we sometimes feel that we have this one foot in a relationship and one outside. And it is also, especially in romantic relationships, and it is also what stops financial abundance and a feeling of peace with respect to money from flowing into our lives. On the 1st of June, Thursday, we're going to be having 2 sessions. The first one is going to be focusing on caring for our inner child. And Thursday, 9 to 10 p.m., is going to be the most important session of the masterclass. Thursday, 9 to 10 p.m. is an exclusive session. It's a free session. It has limited seats. You'll have to register for it separately. So this is going to be happening. The registrations for the exclusive session will happen tomorrow, and those who stay till the end of the class today, those who attend tomorrow and also stay till the end of the class, first 2 days are going to get first come, first serve priority to get into Thursday's live free exclusive session for which there are limited seats. Okay. So I'm also sharing the WhatsApp group link here. I just heard that some of you did not join the WhatsApp group for whatever reason. I'm also sharing the WhatsApp group link here for a moment. If you have not joined the WhatsApp group earlier, please join it immediately. Okay. All right. I also want to explain, I think some of you joined late, so I also want to explain to you the protocol of the session, since there are lots of comments, etc. on the screen. So this session is in English, so I will not be able to honor any request to speak in other languages. The focus of the session is going to be completely on the group process and not any kind of Q&A or personal consultation, which means the protocol, if you have a question, is simple. Write down the question in your notepad or notebook. Wait for all the sessions to get over and see if your question is answered or not. Then, after all the classes, if your question is not answered and it is a burning question, then you can ask me the question, but that too personally and on WhatsApp. We will be keeping the Zoom sessions for the group process only, and we will not really be taking Q&A here. Okay. So if you commit to this protocol, please type C, the letter C in the chat box. Okay. Thank you. Great. All right. So now let me show you what inner child wounds or many of these patterns that we just think is, this is just a pattern or this is just one behavior that I have. Okay. Let me show you what that actually is. Okay. So I'm going to put up some questions on the screen now. Sandeep, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So now I want you to, in your mind, answer these questions. You don't need to write the questions. You also don't need to write the answers. Do you feel left out? Do you fear being left? Left means left by someone, leaving you for someone else or leaving the relationship. Do you hate being alone? Do you attract emotionally unavailable people? Are you afraid of being hurt? Not like a little afraid. Everyone is a little afraid, a lot afraid of being hurt, especially in relationships. Do you feel you need a lot of validation? Do you not feel safe about yourself? Do you keep attracting people who don't make you feel safe? Do you feel sorry for yourself often? Do you not like to ask for things, even those things that you believe you deserve them? Do you keep using guilt to manipulate? Are you afraid of setting boundaries? Do you attract people in your life who make you feel guilty again and again? Do you struggle to say no? Are you afraid of being vulnerable? And do you attract people who do not appreciate you? I'm sure many of you answered yes to few, many, or most of the questions. Now, you may just feel that these are just a few behaviors, but each of them is related to a deep rooted inner child wound. For example, somebody having an abandonment wound hates being alone. They keep threatening to leave the relationship. Somebody who has a guilt wound is afraid to set boundaries because they feel the other person will leave if they set boundaries and are stern and flexible and inflexible. Okay. Even if it is necessary, they will not be, they will still be flexible even where it is going to hurt them. Anyone having a trust wound would feel insecure. People having a neglect wound, they just can't seem to be able to say no. So now, how many of you feel surprised or find it very insightful that these are related to deep rooted inner child wounds? Type me if you find this very insightful or interesting. Isn't it? Beautiful. Great. Now let's take a different example. Let's look at what happens with respect to our masculine and feminine energy. It's okay. What happens? Suppose if someone has a mother who was very critical and unapproving in childhood, not now. Now she may be anyway, but in childhood she was critical and unapproving. A very natural consequence of this would be that the person has a loud inner critic and has a fear of judgment. Now, what do you think will happen if somebody has a fear of judgment? Suppose they want to be an entrepreneur. What do you think will happen? They just won't be able to take risks. Many of us think our inner child wound means relationship with respect to mother. No. Inner child wound means every single thing that happens in your life, minimum 95% of what happens in your life is due to that particular wound or the way you dealt with that situation. Okay. Similarly, if their mother was unavailable or emotionally unavailable, it's not unnatural to for such a child to be unable to express themselves or even understand others' emotions. Okay. Now let's talk about what happens similarly. Now let's move to the father. We'll be talking about this mother wounds tomorrow in tomorrow's session. Now let's look at father wounds. Suppose someone who has a father who was not predictable. They will always find themselves in chaos even when they're adults. Suppose if the father was not present, they will be codependent because they will always be searching for a father figure, not for a masculine man. They will be searching for a father in a husband. This will create too much pressure on the relationship. because the husband wants an equal, not a child. Isn't it? Suppose if the father was not affectionate or not approving, they'll be people pleasing. They don't have their own opinion. They don't feel anything. And people will feel they are lying all the time because they actually don't have an opinion of their own. They will never be trusted to leadership positions, etc. Okay. All right. So now I think that's enough theory for first day. We're going to go into a meditation now, meditative process. Okay, somebody wanted the group link again. I'll share it in case you missed it. If you didn't join the group earlier, okay. So yeah, I'm going to give you some special instructions for some people, and we'll be starting a meditative process now. Okay, great. So the first set of instruction is, if anyone is addicted to alcohol or identifies as an alcoholic, kindly do not do this process if you are under the influence of alcohol right now. If you are epileptic, the process I'm going to lead for you, it's best if you don't do it, or at least proceed with caution if you already have taken the consent of a psychiatrist to go through such therapy. If you are on psychiatric medication right now, it's best not to do this, especially if you have taken any kind of psychiatric medication in the last 72 hours. Last but not the least, if somebody is addicted to recreational drugs, okay, don't do this meditation, at least while under influence. And only psychiatric medication. I didn't say any kind of meditation. Okay, medication. Only if you're on psychiatric medication, then that's the case. And one more thing, while driving, please don't do the meditation. This is understood, I feel, but I still felt like stating it because sometimes people do that anyway. Okay. All right, great. So I'm going to get you some music and start alcohol. What if I'm still under the effect of alcohol? Not advised for you to do it if you're right now under the effect of alcohol, Keshav. Or I don't know whose name I said. Okay, whatever. All right. Just give me a moment. I'm getting you the music. All right. Sandeep, how is the volume of the music?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. So I want you all to sit with your spine straight. You may sit on the ground or on a chair. Do not lie down. Uncross your feet if you are sitting on a chair. Allow your palms to face upwards. Close your eyes. Deeply relax. I want you to now breathe into the count of 4 and hold. We are now going to be moving back in time through your own memories. Your past experiences are now with you in this moment. It is totally safe, and you are in charge as you travel back into your personal history to healing, reassurance, and comfort. Now allow yourself to remember a time from your childhood when you needed help, comfort, or love. It may be a time when you were deeply hurt, traumatized, or afraid, or a time when you were alone and felt that you had no one to turn to. As the adult of today, travel back to time, that town, that situation, and calmly and confidently look for the child that was you back then. When you approach this child, pay attention to the details as you go. Notice the house, the building, if you're indoors, the surroundings, the plants, other people, the weather if you're outdoors. Remember, you are the present day adult in this exercise. You are not becoming the child, you are observing the child. If you're having trouble seeing an image of your younger self, take your time and allow the child to reveal itself to you when it is ready. If there is an adult in this memory who is abusive, critical, or hurting the child in any way, you can turn your attention to that adult with no aggression now, just pure power of right and good. Approach that adult. Hold up your hand to them and say, "Stop. No more. You are wrong." Then, as if a force field of justice were emanating from your hand, move that person away from the child self. And keep moving them completely away till they are gone. If the child seems afraid or disconnected in any way, say to the child, "I know you do not trust me yet. That is all right. I am here. I am not going to leave you. Anything you feel is okay with me." Be patient and hold your position at a distance that seems comfortable to the child. Just like a real child, it will warm up to you when it is clear you're going to be steady and present. Simply revisit the image until you feel the child is ready to connect with you. And when it feels right to you, take the child in your arms and hold them softly to your chest. Or if it feels better, sit by their side, hold their hands, and look into their eyes. Once you have made some kind of positive physical contact, say these words directly to the child. It wasn't your fault. You did not do anything wrong. You are good, just a child doing what children do. I love you like you are, exactly as you are, and I will never leave you. Allow the message to sink in until you feel a comfortable connection with the child. And now within, take the child to a safe, healing place. This can be a place in your imagination, or a real place that actually exists. It needs to be somewhere that the child would be comfortable. If the memory you have been working with involves being touched inappropriately, such as physical or sexual abuse, you might want to give the child a warm, cleansing bath to clean away any bad or harsh feelings. Imagine a divine healing waterfall gently and slowly cleansing the child's body in all those places that were hurt. Spend time with your child in this healing space, tending to their wounds. Hold the child, rock them in your arms, tenderly caress and nurture this wounded child. And now you're beginning to get ready to bring the child to the present moment with you. If the child wishes, it can also stay here for some more time, or as long as it wishes to. And when you do bring the child now to the present moment, feel their small, warm body in your arms. Gradually, allow the child's body to merge with yours, as if it were actually moving into your heart. That is, after all, where your inner child lives. And now, when you look back at the memory where the child was hurt, alone, or abused, notice and see that the place is empty. The child is no longer stuck there in that memory. The child is now with you in a safe place where you belong. And now say to the child, "This is your home now. I'm so glad you're with me. You come first from now on. I will always make sure your needs are met before I focus on the needs of others." As you hold and welcome your inner child into your life, be aware that you are the child, but at the same time, also the adult self. Vulnerable, innocent, open, and creative, spontaneous like the child, but at the same time, responsible, strong, loving, and capable like the adult. You have everything you desire and need as you begin this journey. And now, slowly and gently, you may open your eyes but do not move. Feel this healing energy with your eyes open now. Welcome back, everyone. How many of you had your mind blown? How many of you felt that something like this is not possible in just a few minutes, but experienced it? How many of you loved the meditation? Type me. So, we will continue this journey through the week. The same link as today will work tomorrow, also, the Zoom link. I'm sharing the WhatsApp group link in the chat again. Make sure you attend live today, tomorrow, all of you, for the second session, and stay till the end of the class. Because those who have attended the first session live and those who attend the second session live and stay till the end of the class are going to get first come, first serve priority for Thursday's live free exclusive session, which I'll be telling you about and taking registrations for live tomorrow. So ensure you attend live tomorrow, stay till the end of the class. Same Zoom link as today will work tomorrow. So see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. everyone. Goodbye. India time for those of you who are not from India. 9 p.m. India time. Thank you so much.